It is September 3rd in the United States and Canada, which means we are live with a new episode of What Chaos from Boston. My name is David Bean. I sit beside Pete Blackburn, and across the room in a great Josh Allen crewneck sweatshirt with a t-shirt underneath, shorts below, some socks, and the shoes. It's that boy with less hair. It's Sean DePaz.
Big dog.
What's up, big dog?
What's up, big dog? Pete, what's up, big dog?
What's up, big boss?
Oh, big boss.
Big
That's
boss.
good. I gave somebody a sincere big dog over text yesterday.
Big dog.
And as I was sending it, I was like, do they know about the Josh Allen thing? Even if they don't, who cares?
It's funny that it's a Josh Allen
Right,
thing.
because it's a
Pete.
Tiger Woods
It's a
thing,
Tiger
right?
Woods thing, yeah.
Okay.
But it has become.
Yeah, I don't think I ever knew who Tiger Woods was referring to there. Didn't know it was Josh Allen.
No, he wasn't.
Oh.
He did it for something else. And then Josh Allen, it became a meme. Josh Allen loved it. And then a clip went around of him going up to basically like every player
Super
on the
cut
Bills.
of him greeting people
Big
saying
dog.
big dog.
Big
Who was
dog.
Tiger Woods referring to when he called that person big dog?
Might have been
Not
Rory.
Elin Nordgren, famously.
Was it?
He was referring to a lot of other ladies during that relationship.
He was the big dog.
He was the big dog. He acted like, quite frankly, a dog.
That's
Why
what-
is
that's
it
what I
when
was
people
getting
say
at.
that men why would they compare them to dogs when they're bad? I never
Dogs
met a
piss
bad.
on the carpet,
Yeah, but
hump your leg sometimes.
they're all good. I never seen a bad dog.
You famously referred to somebody as a bad dog. Stuart Skinner.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the coffee machine.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh,
who
no,
it
no,
was.
yeah,
That
no,
was
that's
a
the
coffee
bad
machine.
dog.
That's right.
I
I mean, but they're
Because
kind
I
of bad
defend
dogs
it.
in the same way. Like Stuart Skinner's kind of a bad dog.
Yeah.
Chat, let us know. Pete and I were discussing this before. Should we get the coffee machine repaired for $200? It is it makes a better cup of coffee than you've ever gotten.
Wrong.
from
according to
according
DJ
to one
and
person
only
on the
DJ.
show.
according
yes.
to the only one who respectfully has any sort of taste for coffee. And I know you two are going to disagree with me because you like Pete likes.
Yeah, like I have my own.
7-Eleven
Me and
coffee.
Sean share a taste for coffee.
We have
which is like-
we have a common man's palate, a working class blue
Yeah,
collar
exactly.
palate.
Yeah,
DJ has the palate of somebody who went to Italy one time.
That's right.
exactly.
That's right.
I go up to the reason the coffee machine doesn't work is because when I go up to it, I say un caffè per favore.
Ciao, Bella. I would say the best
it
cup
says-
of coffee. the best cup.
It bites Pete.
The best cup of coffee is a cup of coffee, which is something that this machine can't provide half the time. By the way, the big dog was Tiger greeting his son's caddy. So it was Charlie's caddy at the PNC Championship.
Not who I expected.
So no, he was saying it to his son's the man who holds his teenage son's clubs.
That is pimp as hell, though.
Sure is.
It's your Tiger Woods' caddy?
No, his
And it's
son's
his
caddy.
son? Yeah, I'm saying, and your...
Tiger said it to Charlie's caddy.
Oh.
So he was greeting the man who
So-
carries his boys' clubs.
That's intimidating. If he
yeah.
was saying it to his caddy's son,
oh,
that
that's
is
hard.
pimp as hell.
Yeah, then you're the coolest kid of all time.
Yeah.
But-
he would go back to school telling everybody that Tiger Woods called me big dog over the weekend.
And then no one would believe you.
Honestly,
know,
his son's caddy might have gone to school and told everybody.
Yeah, no
that
one
he
would believe
got
him. I
called
just
big
saw-
dog.
How was my weekend? Tiger Woods called me big dog. That's a reference to a Chappelle show or a David Chappelle joke that can't repeat.
I just
About
saw
Michael
a
Jackson.
clip of a woman who apparently is Mr. T's daughter. She does stand up, and she had a whole bit about how she no one ever believed her when they asked her what she did the past weekend because one of her weekends included Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper fighting each other in her hotel room at WrestleMania. Can't tell that story and have
Pretty
people
sick.
believe you, right?
Very good. A lot of news today in the hockey world, and we're going to get to all of it. Pete, tell the folks what it includes.
Today on the show, we are going to discuss new Hurricanes uniforms, and they stink. And it says, "Oh, honey canes."
Oh, honey.
That's not bad. The jerseys are bad, but that's not a bad title. Next, give us a sign. That's got to be a call to Connor McDavid, who is not going to sign with the Edmonton Oilers ahead of training camp.
Maybe
allegedly.
ever.
Allegedly.
We want
Maybe
a sign
ever.
from God.
Well, we talked about it a bit last week. We'll revisit the conversation and the deadline that we set last week to start worrying about Connor McDavid and his future in Edmonton. Cheating is canceled, folks. Cheating is canceled.
Speaking of Tiger Woods.
Yes.
People love that
correct.
comeback.
It was,
People really pick and
pretty
choose who
awesome.
they want to see come back after a cheating scandal.
I mean, worst things you could do.
You were saying you were
murder.
Chris D'Elia. You were really pushing for.
Yeah, that's right. I was really no. If anybody has lesser deserved a comeback than Chris is it Delia?
I don't know, but we were early on Chris on that guy isn't funny.
That guy is that guy.
Listen to our last podcast. We said he was Dane Cook.
I
But,
mean,
like,
that guy.
With people knowing that Dane Cook wasn't that funny.
That guy went from not being funny to being the least funny person alive, and it is so tough to watch. He's so unfunny as a comedian that he has disabled replies on Twitter, which is real tough, real tough. Cheating is canceled because the playoffs are going to have a salary cap starting this season. So that's pretty big news. We'll discuss that. And then finally, the Blackhawks are trailblazers. Because
and in a way, the Carolina Hurricanes are also trailblazers.
true, they're
They
owned
look
by
like-
the
well,
Trailblazers owner.
Oh, I didn't even.
Yeah.
Oh,
They have the
there's-
same logo and they're owned by the
Oh
same
my
guy
God.
now.
Silvio
Yeah.
Pepe. They're all the dots are connecting. I didn't even think about that.
That's right.
Pepe Sylvia.
Pepe
That's
Silvia,
right.
Yeah.
same thing. Silvio, comma
My
Pepe.
brain was. I was like, I think that's what it is, but I don't know.
The comma was silent.
Yes.
Silvio, comma Pepe.
The Blackhawks are trailblazers, and you're going to have to stay tuned to find out why.
I have a lot of thoughts on that, and I think it is a very good thing. But let's begin with breaking news. At 10 a.m. Eastern in the United States and Canada today, the Carolina Hurricanes tweeted a nostalgic look reimagined in white. That's right. They revealed new road jerseys, which are that if you are watching, but it is a white jersey. It's got the strong red biceps. I won't say shoulders because the shoulders are white, and then you got a black diagonal stripe. And I would say the hallmark of this, if there is one, which is often the issue with Carolina Hurricanes branding, is that it is a black and red Hurricanes logo, inverted, I believe, from what you would normally see on the red one.
No,
Yes, I'm looking at the red one,
well,
and it is inverted.
It's not. It's,
It's
just
not
a-
inverted. It's dual tone or
yeah, they just took the
two-tone.
white out of it.
Yeah, they took the white out, so it's just black and red.
No, but I'm saying like the if you look, the higher part of it there is red, and this one it's black. It's black on both sides there. See?
Yeah,
I mean, I have.
Well-
hold on, I have side by sides of these.
yeah. It's just it's just they took out the white from the thing. It's,
Right, but I'm saying they also changed the red. Look.
Oh yes, I see what you're saying.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Gotcha. But,
Okay, so anyway, it
they're
is
bad.
it is a different version of the same thing you have seen from them. And yes, Sean has now put up what this makes their current jersey lineup. At home, they have the flag logo on black. Away, they have the classic Hurricanes logo, a new version of it on white with some funky sleeves. Does
Well-
not have the striping of the the square with the dot in the middle. And then their third jersey is that red one that has the traditional logo.
It's technically not a new logo. It's just the Stadium Series logo.
you're right, and that's why it says a nostalgic
right.
feel. Like, does
nothing-
that count as
2023
nostalgia?
is
When it's
nostalgic?
2-3 years ago when they played in the Stadium Series, this brings up the same issue that I have and have had with the Hurricanes for so long, is that the branding has no synergy whatsoever. Throw up the 3 jersey set again. None of those things outside of like the Hurricanes logo, which still isn't the same, None of that has the same elements from jersey to jersey.
Their brand is that they don't have a brand. It's always their thing. You can generally see something that has that Eye of the Storm logo. That's typically going to be there. But other than that, it is all over the place. We are getting pushback saying that the third jersey is not the one that we showed, but I believe
It
it's
is.
similar. It's a red one.
This is not the exact version.
Okay.
But
But it's
the
still
current
the-
one is still, it's that logo. It has the red squares on the bottom. It's just slightly different. But yes, technically this is not the current jersey.
Okay, so anyway, you look at those three jerseys, and as Pete said, they are not an Easton stick because there is no synergy there. There is just nothing connecting one to the next other than like the colors, I guess. Do you give them credit for sticking to the same palette?
I'll say this. I like on the home and now the new away that they have in the red on the home and the black on the away. It's kind of like a heathered pattern. Like there's a little bit of texture there. That's a fun element.
What I'll say is like I'm not totally convinced that new away jersey is like bad.
I agree.
It might honestly be better than their last away uniforms, the diagonal canes ones, because I really didn't like those. They're boring as hell. It's my problem is they don't seem to know what they're doing. And if they know what they're doing, if their plan forever is to just change the uniforms every 2 to 3 years and make up the rules on the fly as to what a Carolina Hurricanes jersey should look like, then that's annoying and I hate it.
None of the stripes are the same. None of like the stripe pattern. I'm not saying colors because you could do different colors and different versions of the same thing. None of the stripes are the same. None on the arm. There aren't two jerseys that have the same stripes on the arms. There aren't two jerseys that have the same stripes on the bottom. There are not two jerseys of the three that have the same shoulders. Everything is completely different. And if you're going to have three nutso crazy things, I'm going to be all for that because that, my friends, is art. This, to me, is a little more confusion than it is art. And I'll add, none of the collars are the same.
No.
None of the collars are the same.
No, and they've seemed like they very much have like ADHD in terms of like they will change everything all the time and get bored after a very short period of time. Even like they switch up the helmets very often.
ADHD, though, yields things that look good.
Not always.
The ADHD,
there would be some kind
that
of
should be the
hyperfixation.
superpower.
They would hyperfixate on making this shit make sense.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Canes like do seem like they have a college approach to uniforms where like they'll constantly tinker with something. But at least like most college teams kind of have a lane that they stick with, and it doesn't seem like that's the case for Carolina. Sean, do you have the one that shows the shoulder patches? Because the shoulder patch, like the one redeeming thing about this jersey, like that I'll say that like I kind of love is that the right shoulder has the Vintage Stormy logo, which the Vintage Stormy logo is incredible.
So much better.
So good. And honestly, like I said it before the show, I feel like the Vintage Stormy is wearing a cool sweater, a cooler sweater than the Carolina Hurricanes have.
Right. A little jerseyception there. Sean, show this jersey if it has the Stormy on it.
Ooh.
Put them side by side.
That would be awesome.
That's nice. And,
That'd be awesome.
the bottom of it is a little cut out because I just copied and pasted from the shoulder patch. But that looks so much better. From there, I would do different stuff about the stripes and
Yeah, I was
everything.
gonna say
But
that.
it is just such a better starting point. Oh, man.
Like if you're gonna do the college thing, like really lean into it, and I feel like doing the Stormy logo would be leaning into the college element.
I don't have a problem that they don't want to go full-blown college and make Stormy their main thing, but like when you already don't have a consistent brand image, like just make Stormy a third jersey. Like put that on black or red and then have the other two be your normal logo.
Swally asks a very important question in the chat. How much blame does Fanatics get for this? Yeah. If anybody doesn't like it, we know where people will go. They will just blame Fanatics.
A consistent theme amongst the Carolina Hurricanes going back like a decade.
That's the best part about it. They've been doing longer than a decade.
Yeah.
This has been
been the
happening for a
Carolina-
very long time. I love blaming the people who are just
just
printing
showed
what
up.
the ideas are for the last
And like, as we know, like
11 months.
Fanatics isn't really designing these uniforms. Like, they've been tapped by teams who have been like, we don't really know. But I think that Carolina, this is 100% Carolina's fault.
Yeah, no good. I'm giving this one an A- with a note to focus. That's A- and apply yourselves a little better, Hurricanes.
Well,
I should note, Carolina Hurricanes, I'm not just saying this to like make up for us trashing the jerseys. You are so interesting. Your team is so good. And I am so, like, you and the Leafs are the two teams that I am super, super in on this year in the Eastern Conference. So,
but I feel like there's so many things that
look
like,
better.
I feel like there are so many things that pull them away from like being in that elite tier of like organization. Like, their facilities suck.
They don't like the facilities.
Their branding is terrible and very inconsistent.
The brand of hockey they play.
I don't even. I'm not even going to go there.
But you have
not
to.
even gonna
You
go
have
there.
to though. That was like the whole conversation surrounding this team.
And I would say like the inferiority complex.
Yeah, that too.
That the whole fan base.
People
has,
in the
but-
chat talking about Stormy, asking whether or not a pig can play hockey. Sean, what do you know about the movie Pig? You ever see it?
Nope.
I'm looking for my pig. It's the best movie. Nicolas Cage has a pig. Someone steals it. So Nicolas Cage says, you know what? I'm going to go around asking people if they've seen my pig. Best movie. 100 out of 100.
It's a great movie.
Oh, yeah.
Graham super chats in saying, just make the Ice Hog the logo, please.
Show hog.
Show, yes.
Note to the Carolina Hurricanes. Just show hog.
I mean, we're 9 days away from that happening one way or another. First, I got to say,
What does that mean?
we'll get to it.
Okay.
We'll get to it. Today is
It's
September 3rd.
Yeah.
Uh,
What do you know about September 12th, Sean? You listen to our show? You there last week, bro?
Yeah. I don't.
The-
Isn't that the Connor McDavid?
That's frontal. Yeah, I said
Oh.
hog. I said hog might be getting
okay,
shown
yeah.
No,
in
that's
9 days one way or
That's
another.
not. That wasn't the bet though. The bet for showing hog.
It was a thread. It was not a bet.
Okay, but that wasn't even applying. You're conflating two things. It was the Bruins Canadians, whoever finishes
Yes.
ahead
That
in
was-
the
yeah, yeah.
standings.
Right. Yes.
DJ's
So
just eager to show hog.
look, frontal is happening tastefully with no one around in a corner. No one can see me in the privacy of my home. I am a never nude. I am not a never DFS because football season is approaching, hockey season is approaching, and you know what that means? It means you got two more sports with which to have daily fantasy adventures, and we have them all the time. We use Prize Picks, our favorite spot for the DFS fun. Here's what you do on Prize Picks. Real easy. You go to the app or the website and you pick more than or less than on certain player projections. For example, Friday, we got the return of football. I know that really we got the return of football on Thursday, but the fun stuff. What's Thursday? Who plays Thursday?
We got the return of football like 2 weeks ago with college football.
Also true. Thursday is the new look Dallas Cowboys, the Micah Parsons-less Dallas Cowboys versus the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay, so we're giving the Cowboys. I'm going to do with the Cowboys what I did with the Maple Leafs, which is say, like, yeah, they lost their guy, but I think they're going to be better this year.
That's what Jerry Jones seems to think.
And I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that because I care about the Maple Leafs. I don't give one drop of a hoot about the Dallas Cowboys unless I'm on Prize Picks because you know what? There is a very, very interesting projection for Dak Prescott. Sean, give it to me.
Half a passing yard.
What do you think, Pete? Think he's doing it?
Yeah, I think Dak Prescott might lead the league in passing yards this year.
He does kind of like to do that.
Yeah, and they're going to be losing a ton.
Yeah.
He's probably going to throw for like 400 yards every game, but also throw for like 40 interceptions.
So you just
Jameis Winston year.
Yeah. So you just pick those, and on Prize Picks, you can mix and match player projections from different sports. You can combine your favorite basketball players, players from baseball, hockey, even esports. You can do whatever you
didn't do Garrett
want.
Crochet yesterday.
Ooh.
Wasn't good. Still won.
What's
Wasn't
the
good.
projection for Roman Anthony steps?
Steps?
Yeah.
Got hurt.
You got
It's very devastating.
chunked up his back, it would
All
appear.
all the young kids getting hurt. I don't think they
Don't think they have.
don't
his
think they're
steps in
offering
there.
that on Prize
Well,
Picks.
Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means that you can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. So say there is something like a jacked up, chunked up back for a Roman Anthony. you could still survive, and you can double your money even if one of your picks does not hit. So do us a favor, join us on Prize Picks. Hop right on there, download the app, and enter promo code WhatChaos, and you will receive, sorry, this is freezing up on me, enter code WhatChaos, and you will get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That is code WhatChaos. You'll get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game.
You can also get ready for the season ahead with quality shades built to last thanks to our friends at Shady Rays. They've got you covered with premium polarized shades that won't break the bank. They're an independent sunglasses company that offers a world-class product rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. We're talking durable frames, crystal clear optics, and the perfect choice for all outdoor adventures. They've got hundreds of options to choose from. You're going to find a perfect pair for you, your style, and maybe even your favorite team. We got Shady Rays. We wear them all the time. Sean's wearing them right now. Look how good those things look. Absolute sex monster over there behind the computer. If your shades ever go missing or take an unexpected hit, you don't have to sweat it. They've got an insane protection policy. Every pair is backed by the lost or broken replacement policy. So if you don't love your shades, or if you lose them, or if they take a hit, you can exchange them for a new pair or return worry-free within 30 days. There's no risk when you shop. Their team always has you covered with personal and fast support. So, exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the season. Just go to shadyrays.com and use code AC35 for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people.
Pete and Sean, today is September 3rd in the United States and Canada. What, boys, is the significance of September 3rd? It is an important date in hockey history.
September 3rd?
Yes.
I don't know. Tell me.
On September 3rd, 2025, Leon Draisaitl signed an 8-year, $114 million contract. 2024. Leon Draisaitl signed an 8-year, $114 million contract to stay with the Edmonton Oilers, and that ended the questions as to whether Edmonton would keep their star player. We are now 1 year later, September 3rd, the United States and Canada, 2025, and here is the latest with Connor McDavid. There was an orientation camp last week for Team Canada where McDavid said that they are going through it slowly and that he, quote, has every intention to win in Edmonton. That, God bless Connor McDavid, is a whole lot of nothing because, of course, his intention is to win in Edmonton. He just didn't really say when. Add to that, yesterday, Frank Saravalli on the Insider's Notebook on Bleacher Report, which I must tell folks is excellent. I did a little texting with Frank last night just because I wanted to pay him a compliment on how good this video is. It is a hyper-concentrated 20 to 30-minute thing that is not... It's somewhat similar to 32 Thoughts, but it is more of straight soppity. Cutting right to... You have questions, here are answers. Fans participated in it. Frank did not tell me to say all this, but I am telling you, check it out. It is a great weekly video. On yesterday's edition of it, Frank said, quote, my understanding would be that I don't think we're going to see Connor McDavid sign a contract extension before the opening of training camp around September 15th. Last week we discussed this and set September 12th as the date of where you start to maybe worry because camp's going to start, what's going to happen. Frank now saying, I don't expect him to do it, which I'd say, okay, that gets me to worry time.
I'm still staying day one of the NHL season, ahead of game one. If he doesn't have a contract heading into game one, that's when you can officially chalk me down for worried.
Yes, but it introduces a lot of things because we goof around, we go all over the place, we bring up hypotheticals, even if they're unrealistic. A lot of unrealistic talks get more realistic with each passing day. If it gets to training camp and he's not signed, if it gets to a week into camp and he's not signed, if it definitely gets to a walk year, like I'd have to check. I definitely don't remember Sidney Crosby ever going into a walk year. I think like this would be unprecedented. David Pastrnak went into a walk year, but David Pastrnak is not Connor McDavid. Alex Ovechkin is going into a walk year, but Alex Ovechkin is old.
He's going to walk.
Yeah, like
He's just
might just walk.
Probably going to get a plane.
Or he might need to be
back to Russia.
Or he might need to be reminded, like, hey, you don't have a contract. And then he'd be like, oh, shit, my bad. Connor McDavid knows what he's doing. He could be going into the last year of his deal unsigned. And any talk that we do of any sort of hypothetical, like what should Edmonton do? What could happen? What would he be worth sort of thing? As I said, it becomes a little more realistic or at least logical. The issue is if the Oilers don't have Connor McDavid signed going into the last year of his contract, this is such a unique situation in that I honestly don't know if anything is worth 1 year of 28-year-old Connor McDavid. Like, say a team came to him in more than...
Oh, you're saying
so
like...
yeah, say a team was like, hey, this looks uncertain for you.
Oh.
We're going to give you everything. It's not worth it. There are 3 players I can think of who might be worth being a centerpiece of a trade for Connor McDavid, and they're on 2 teams. One of which is
The Oilers.
Connor McDavid's team.
Yeah.
Like, and the
other one
Avalanche
is
aren't
Nathan
trading
McKinnon.
Cale Makar or Nathan McKinnon because they already fucking have their guys.
I mean, I wouldn't say that they wouldn't trade one of those guys for Connor McDavid if they had the opportunity.
I mean, I would trade Cale Makar.
I would trade anybody for Connor McDavid.
But then the Oilers have to say, all right, well, then what picks are you? I thought when I brought this up, you'd be like, fuck off. But you're like, I'm starting to see wheels turning.
No, I mean, I think that if there's a team in the entire National Hockey League that says we're not trading this guy for Connor McDavid, they're fucking idiots.
I know, but I think that more realistically, there's only, like I said, 3 guys who I think are logical centerpieces. I was even thinking, I was like, what if the Sharks said Celebrity, Smith, Misa, Dickinson?
No.
Like the Oilers are like,
and like
sorry.
Here's the bigger problem is I don't see from Edmonton's perspective, it's not even like the trade package that you're gonna say, this isn't equal value to Connor McDavid. Obviously. It's not the trade package that you're getting back in return. It's the fact that you traded Connor McDavid. I think that if you're heading into the season and you have a walk year of Connor McDavid, you take every single opportunity to keep Connor McDavid on your team for 3 years, 8 years, or I guess it has to be 7 years. Like you do that like to the last second that you can.
Absolutely.
And especially for a team that's competing for a Stanley Cup, you have to keep him on the roster. Here's where like maybe you trade him if you feel like you're not getting a deal done. Before the free agency, you can trade his rights, his expiring rights, to give a team like a 2-week exclusive window or whatever it is in June. Maybe that's when you trade him. But if you're the Oilers, under no circumstances would you ever trade Connor McDavid. I would be very worried as an Oilers fan if you head into game 1 and he does not have a contract because like it seems like something really went wrong there because it feels like he wants to stay. Obviously, Leon's there. Obviously, the Oilers want to keep him. Why did you not get a deal done when you had all summer to work on it?
Yeah, and a lot of people have said this, but like his best option is the Oilers because I don't think he can go to the Avalanche and play with those other guys I mentioned, and they don't have the young players that he'd probably like them to have. I think he'd rather their goaltending be better, but this weight has to just be about, do I want, like, I think 8 years is out the window. I would love if it's 8 years, but like maybe he's deciding between 4 and 5, or God forbid he's deciding between like
3 and 4,
3 or 4,
I think
or
3 and
1
4.
and 2.
I saw Ryan Rishaug said he believes that it's going to be like 3 to 4. I think.
Yeah, that seems to be where the smoke is, but
Makes a lot of sense.
like with Draisaitl, I feel like there wasn't a lot of. There was a like, look, they're gonna sign him. It's gonna be long. There's gonna be that, but from all of that, and I love all of our reporter friends. I got a little bit of like, I feel like no one's really talking to you though. I feel like it makes sense that that's going to happen. So what's going to happen? I don't seem to be getting the sense that McDavid or who's his agent, Judd Moldaver, is like letting much out. Like I don't think the average person, maybe outside of Bob, who we should have on the show, has a real sense of what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, I think that like if you're trying to make a logical conclusion, I feel like 3 or 4 years makes the most sense, like with where the cap is and where like the Oilers are and whether or not they'll be able to get it done in the next couple of years. Like I feel like that makes a lot of sense to me. But yeah, I also would not be shocked if Connor McDavid's camp was extremely tight-lipped as to what's going on there.
Kirk Avery says, I hope it gets done soon because I don't want to hear about it all season. Here's the thing, my friend. I don't think Connor McDavid wants to hear about it all season. And, man, I guess the most recent example of it might be Tavares, but we didn't think Tavares was really leaving. The biggest one, like I remember...
No, the biggest one recently was Pastrnak, because when Pastrnak was in his walk year and scoring every game, I was, as a Bruins fan, I couldn't enjoy any of those goals. I was like, sign him right now.
Yeah.
He's driving up the price every single day.
The most fascinating one for me, and I forget what year it was, so apologies. It was probably 2013, 14, 15, somewhere in that range, Stamkos. When the relationship was starting to really look rocky, and it was like, oh, damn, he actually might leave, and we have to take this seriously. It's, look, good players hit free agency all the time. Artemi Panarin, Bob, Johnny Gaudreau, like this does happen, but it doesn't happen with Connor McDavid. It doesn't. And I guess like this YouTube video would be called Why We Can't Talk About a Connor McDavid Trade after we talked about a Connor McDavid trade. There's just nothing that would make it worth not having him for this season when you are a Stanley Cup contender. Think of what the Bruins that Pastrnak year did. They were so much better than everybody, and they still mortgaged their entire future just to get a couple more pieces, just to get Tyler Bertuzzi, just to get Dmitry Orlov, just to get whoever the fuck else they got. Like, when you're that close to winning the cup, you push all your chips in. And in this case, pushing all your chips in is keeping Connor McDavid every day you can keep him. And I still don't think he's going to leave Leon Draisaitl.
I was going to say, like,
it's impractical.
Where are you at? So you still on like the not worried section of things right now? It seems like you're wading a little bit into maybe worried territory.
I think my brain is starting to do fun exercises, which aren't very fun, but I didn't think they were going to do those sorts of things. J-Rock, great musician, says, what if McDavid truly wants to be a Maple Leaf? I believe your name is supposed to be Golden Muzzy, right? Is that what Nick Alberga?
This is Alberga in the chat? Nice.
Nick Alberga, my dear friend who watches every Oilers game, and whenever they allow a goal, tweets like, man, you got to think Connor McDavid wants to leave this. Buddy, I was going to say he's not leaving, but the last 10 minutes says that maybe at least we're considering that we could get to worried territory.
I'll say this. I think I still think that he stays. I would be really surprised if he did not stay in Edmonton, but I'm also really surprised that he does not have a deal right now.
That's the thing, and that's where I'm like, if he hasn't signed now, what makes me think he's going to sign next week?
Yeah, what's going to happen in like 2 to 3 weeks that like didn't get done over the past few weeks?
And could it really, a popular thought was like, he's going to use this summer to make them get a better goalie. And they didn't get a better goalie.
I mean, what if the possibility, though, is that he still doesn't know where he wants to go? Like, what if he's still deciding? What if there's 3-4 contracts on the table that he's interested in, he likes, but it just hasn't chosen one? But
like where he want, like, do you mean like which...
Like which contract, which structure.
Okay.
Like maybe he and his camp are still undecided what's best for him. But then I feel like he would have said in one of these interviews, like press conferences, like, I'm probably going to stay or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
His comments, like his very like nothing burger comments, I feel like raise some red flags.
It's very like, don't worry about it. But when someone says don't worry about it, it can often mean leave me alone and not there's nothing to worry about.
right.
I don't know, man. This will be a very interesting season on What Chaos if that man is unsigned. I still think he will, but shit, we thought it would be done July 1st, and then we thought it would be done July 2nd, and now we are September 3rd, the anniversary of the most important moment in NHL history, and Connor McDavid is still unsigned. Sean, you're awfully quiet over there.
All I'm saying is that every fan base should get to Photoshop if he is not signed on day one.
So that's what I'm saying. When you ask if I'm
anytime
worried,
he scores a goal, you're going to see a Photoshop of Connor McDavid in a different jersey.
so like that's the thing. I've already thought about who would be the most fun team to sign, and it's the Sharks. But
It's the Buffalo Sabres. It's very, very.
it would be so great if.
oh
he
wait,
signed
no,
with the
I got it.
Sabres.
It would be the
WWE.
Sharks, but Greer wouldn't give him a no trade because he would trade him as soon as he could for being more than 21 and a half years old.
That's right.
Buffalo
John,
Sabres,
how
get
you
him back
feeling?
with Clouder.
He signing?
He's gonna be an Oiler. The life is not fair, or it's not like it'd be too fun. It'd be too awesome for 31 fan bases to think they have a chance at Connor McDavid. He's obviously just going to stay in Edmonton.
Eileen says, you think Stan Bowman won't sign Hart? There has been a moratorium on talking about Connor Hart on every podcast. Another thing I will credit Frank Saravalli for, like, has at least addressed that this is a guy that teams could sign. I've said a million times, if I'm the Oilers, I'm not signing Carter Hart. And if I'm Connor McDavid, I am not staying because the Oilers signed Carter Hart. That would be such disrespect to Stu Skinner and Calvin Pickard if Carter Hart is all you need to think, okay, our goaltending's better. I would rather have Stu Skinner than Carter Hart.
It's also, he's ineligible to be signed.
Yeah.
Cannot be signed.
Yeah.
So until that changes, I don't want to talk about Carter Hart.
Yeah, nobody wants. I've texted these guys about it. Like every time that name comes up on a podcast, the hosts are like, "How can we end this as quickly as possible?" And as Pete said, the guy can't be signed anyway. So what is the point? Also from Frank Saravalli, Panthers not allowed to cheat this season. Frank tweeted yesterday that this year, or starting this year, some of the facets of the new CBA, which begins next September 16th, can be rolled out. And among them, the new playoff salary cap system will come into effect this season for the 2026 Stanley Cup playoffs. Now, if you do not know what that is, it's that LTIR relief. It's that you have to be under the salary cap, and that LTIR relief is going to be the average of the previous year's salary. So instead of, if you have this past year, if you had an $8 million player get hurt, you can't stash them and get $8 million in salary cap relief. You would get something like $3.8 million in salary cap relief because that is what the average salary cap hit was the previous year. This makes things interesting.
I'm the guy from The Hangover right now. With
Yeah.
all these numbers.
Do you get it, Sean? That instead of the cap hit, it's the average of what last year's cap hits were.
I think I'll get it once it's being used. I need to see it in effect. But like I understand generally like what it's trying to accomplish. I guess I don't necessarily understand the specifics of it, but
I think the biggest target for this would be, I just think it's to stop what has happened with Vegas, what has happened certainly with Tampa, and what has happened with the Panthers. Last year, the Panthers were quite a bit over the salary cap in the playoffs, which I was going to say it's not why they won the cup, but like
It helped.
It's
Definitely helped.
that
they are the most.
that's not like the tax thing where you're like, it could be like they were a $93 million team playing against an $80 million team.
And like their second
does
best
help.
player in the playoffs was a guy that you can't add without fudging the numbers a little bit.
Yeah, so I say for now that I'm into it, but I think there's going to be moments in the playoffs, whether it's a team I'm rooting for or a team I don't care about, that I'm going to be like, man, it'd be cool if they could have gone out and gotten whatever version of like this season's version of Brad Marchand, maybe that doesn't end up happening. Or maybe Brad Marchand, if he got traded, would have had to be traded to another team.
Yeah, but I also part of me doesn't want like a big mid-season injury to be looked at as a possible benefit to a team. Like when Matthew Tkachuk went down at Four Nations and there was chatter that like, oh, he's probably not going to play the rest of the regular season. We immediately jumped to, all right, well, Seth Jones probably going to Florida.
Yeah.
Like that opens the door for them to get Seth Jones. That's exactly what they went out and did. And like, I guess I just don't want that like injury to open up a door as wide as it has in the past.
Yeah, I mean, you were just saying you were confused by the explanation of this. Imagine someone who is a casual hockey fan and is like, wait, so this team gets to just have more players because this guy got surgery at this time
I don't
or whatever?
think casual hockey fans even think about that, though. I think casual hockey fans are just like, my team has cool players.
But like explaining it to a casual hockey fan, I'm sure it sounds so fucking ridiculous that they're just like, wait, you're allowed to do that? Or maybe not. Like, does it work that way in other sports? Like,
no, it does. That's the thing is like, hockey is very interesting because I would say that there's like, I guess like per capita for like not a lot of casuals.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, right.
Because if you're into hockey, you have to be into hockey because it's
Right.
not like it permeates everything like football. I think this is ultimately will make the league more boring, and I don't think that's
More
So
boring.
that's what I'm.
It might make.
I think it makes the deadline less.
It probably makes the deadline
less interesting, and I think you get good players, and because of that, you'll get good players stuck on bad teams and not in the playoffs. I think you had to. I guess I don't even think you had to. Honestly, I think it's kind of like the tax thing. Who gives a shit? The world, like life's not fair, and it ultimately I think it's better for the league to have more good players on concentrated at the end of the playoffs.
I agree it makes it less exciting, but who are the teams who have done it? Chicago Blackhawks won the cup. Lightning won the cup. Vegas Golden Knights won the cup. Panthers won the cup. So like it's made for some exciting stuff, but it has also changed the balance.
But like I don't know. I think like the alternative there is
Coyotes couldn't have done it.
Patrick Kane, maybe the greatest American hockey player of all time, doesn't get cups, doesn't get to be that. Stamkos gets stuck not winning cups. Like it's not like their stars were still players that they drafted and developed. So ultimately what you got was faces of the league, players that were good for the league, have a chance to play on a bigger stage and accomplish more, which I ultimately think is only beneficial.
Antoine Vermette's family listens to this show, so when you say that Patrick Kane was more valuable to the Blackhawks than him, it hurts some feelings, Sean.
I just call it like I see it.
Okay.
I get that you have to. It's sports, and like the name of the game is fairness, so you have to do things in the sake of fairness. But like ultimately, I think for a casual fan, like will.
But this does happen in sports a lot, where like certain teams find a way to game the system better than like the rest of the field, and so like fair or not, the rules are changed to restore that competitive balance a little bit more. Like I think about football a lot, and specifically like the NFL. There are so many times where like either Belichick or some of these other like coaches outthink the rest of the field and show that they can widen that gap between like the true creatives and kind of the rest of the field, and the league kind of has to shrink that balance if they can. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening here.
I mean, that was kind of another thing I was going to say is that like ultimately, I think like in theory, you have this like the smartest possible people in charge of these teams. Like they'll find other ways.
Right, but but force them to find the other ways.
Yeah,
right.
I agree.
Force
I just
them
think like ultimately the only point I was making is that I don't think it was that big of an issue, and at least in the immediate future, worsens the product. But I don't think like that is just kind of the
right.
I
don't think it was a big issue because everybody was allowed to do it.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's the only
Everybody
thing.
was allowed to do it, but we know that not
it's like the
all
push
teams
button.
Doors
and
don't
not
open
all
the same
owners
for
are
every
the same.
team. Yeah.
Like as Pete said, find another way to do it that the Jets can also do, you know, or like that just insert team that doesn't have their star player hurt and doesn't have this and doesn't have an owner who's like willing to go above, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm also a Boston Red Sox fan. Like,
No salary cap.
no salary cap. It's like,
Famously
I
in
don't know,
2004, they were the
just-
most expensive roster to ever win a World Series.
Yeah, now they don't pay players.
I'm pretty sure no, they don't. I was going to say, do they pay now less for their roster than they did in 2004?
That'd be so funny. That'd be ridiculous.
They only had
Something.
one $20 million player back then. Okay, the biggest news, though, of the week is that it's been the summer of Coldplay. Seth Jones, half the Panthers, Jeremy Swayman, Charlie McAvoy, Arbor Jacki, so many NHL players going to see Coldplay. Coldplay concert is where you find the bad civilians and the good hockey players, right? The Blackhawks this past week tweeted, "Thanks to Benson Boone for saying hi to the Foligno family at the American Heart Tour." That's right. The whole NHL zigs, and the Blackhawks are circumventing the concert calendar by going to Benson Boone instead of Coldplay. And to that, I say, Nick Foligno, that's my captain. I love it. Do your own thing, Playboy.
I don't like that you're framing this in a one or like one or the other. I think maybe Nick Foligno has.
Nick Foligno
has
doesn't
range.
go to 2 concerts this summer.
I don't know. Are Coldplay still on tour? Is that still happening?
Probably. This is just like a Nick Foligno thing, or is this a Nick Foligno's kids thing?
I feel like this is he's the captain of the Chicago Blackhawks, and he was performing at United Center, and they were like, "Will you come to the show?"
Maybe.
I don't think this was like the Folignos were not. I mean, maybe because like the Curry went to a Benson Boone.
I was
concert.
going to
But,
say,
like I don't think we've met Nick Foligno. He's a cool dude, which makes me think he is not knocking down the door to go see Benson Boone.
I don't say this as like I'm too cool. I don't say this as like a derogatory statement. I have no fucking clue who that person is.
That's wrong.
I don't.
Benson
I have
Boone?
heard the name. I don't know who that person is.
I know-
I did not even know that they were a musician.
He was the backflip dude. Remember?
No.
He
The
had Heidi
backflip
Klum
dude?
rip off his tux and he backflipped in his sparkly one piece.
You have.
I need you, oh
Yeah.
God, oh, you.
I would
that
be
really
very
none of that clicks with you.
surprised.
That's
No.
crazy.
If you are a pretty avid social media
Yeah, it's
user,
like-
I'm not saying I don't believe you, but I think that somehow your brain has forgotten or just not cared enough when you saw it. There has been lots of discourse
Yeah, he's
and
become like a
videos and memes about Benson Boone.
I mean, I know-
he's the jumpy.
I know the name. I don't know anything beyond the name. I have not seen a picture of him. I have not seen
Well, now
any
you're
of these
just
videos. Well, I mean,
Just saw a
I've
picture
seen
of
my
him.
first picture of him.
That is like
I have missed every shred of Benson Boone outside of the text Benson Boone, and like I've heard the name.
That is
Chat
very
knows
smart.
what's up. They even know about his collab with Crumble Cookie. I know
Yeah,
about
he had a
that.
crumble cookie. Yep.
Moonbeam
He was
ice
like,
cream
yeah, it
is
was
a crumble cookie
He
flavor.
he became like the face of like this guy doesn't have any talent, but people like him for some reason.
Yeah, what do they?
I mean,
they
that's
I think
so
they,
many people.
But like,
now.
yeah,
I think they called it like American Idol, like core or something. It's like it's that he seems like the type of guy that would be on American Idol.
Yeah.
Derogatory.
So does he have good songs?
No. Well, his whole like brand is kind of he is not like he just is promoting a new album or coming out with an album or something or a music video, and there's a like part of the bit of it is him leaning into the fact that people say he can't write songs and he can't sing, and so like he has become known for like just kind of screaming and not really and just doing backflips,
Just
and people
singing
being
very,
like,
very high and sort of cosplaying Freddie Mercury. As Sean said, he seems to, I don't really care too much about this man, but I respect him in that he has a sense of humor.
He doesn't seem
about
yeah.
how, yeah, like he seems like a cool guy.
He seems like a cool guy. I don't have like any ill will towards him, but he just has become like it was like there was the clip of him at the I'm assuming the Grammys went viral because it was Heidi Klum and someone else ripped his tuxedo off. It was like Tearaway, and then he went on the stage and he backflipped off a piano while he's performing his one song that everybody knows. Well,
No,
apparently
two songs. So what I was going to say, I can't believe Pete doesn't know his songs. I only know 2 songs by him, but I was going to lead this in to say that the Blackhawks they're a young, fun team. They should lean into Benson Boone in that relationship and Chelsea Dagger had its run. You got to make Mystical Magical the goal song. Sean, you know that song?
No.
Oh, man.
I
I'm having a
literally
tough
only
time.
know Beautiful Things.
Chat, it's just you and me, friends. Mystical Magical for a Blackhawks goal song. Yay or nay. It would do sort of what Benson Boone does, which is like, yeah, everyone kind of hates me and thinks I suck. So this is what we're doing. What do you got, Sean?
He auditioned for season 19 of American Idol, impressing judges Katy Perry, Luke Bryan, and Lionel Richie.
Did Katy Perry break down?
It's very hard to impress
Facts.
Katy Perry
Very possible.
and Luke Bryan.
Lionel Richie, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I left him out. I respect the game.
Jonathan says Benson Boone is signed to Imagine Dragons record label is all you need to know. Yeah, it's definitely in the Imagine Dragons world.
Like the clip of Steph Curry at the concert is the most like perfect depiction of both of them, because it's like him in a bad hat, and it's just like, yeah, it's very mind blowing to me that you don't have any frame of reference for Benson Boone, because like he definitely was like I
think for like a weird
this
second,
summer.
I thought that he was the guy. I don't know his name. Who like slid into Bobby Altoff's DMs or the Hawk Tua girls DMs?
I don't know.
It's a kid.
That's a tough DM to slide into.
A kid with he has curly hair, wears like wife beaters a lot.
Jack Harlow?
No, I know him. He does slide into DMs notoriously. I don't know. I for some reason I thought Benson Boone was that guy, but no, I've never seen a picture of him.
I don't take it. I don't think that Pete is faking.
No,
this.
it is like,
but I'm confused by his
genuinely,
confusion.
It's genuinely like very, very surprising that you don't have any, because it's not like you're not a dumb person for not knowing, because it's not like he's the fucking president. He's not somebody that deserves,
I guess
respectfully, like extra attention.
I would have thought
sounds
that
of
you
this-
would have texted me about Benson Boone at some point.
From the sounds of this, I'm surprised that he has such a strong internet presence based off of how surprised you are that I have not come across him.
Yeah, he's like,
But now
Like-
everything on the internet is tailored to like what it thinks you want.
fair.
So like I don't know if I've shown any interest in
I
exploring
mean, I
who
certainly
Benson
haven't.
Boone is.
I certainly haven't, but yeah,
but you know about his crumble deal.
I did know about, but I'm a crumble guy, not a Benson Boone guy.
He found out on the crumble side.
I-
of
Like,
things.
he's the crumble guy.
I
Yes,
found
know
out
him.
the only reason I know that he had a crumble cookie is because I check the crumble cookies, crumble cookie flavors every week.
Sean
And so
subscribed to the Crumble Cookie newsletter.
I didn't know. I just have that. I get alerts, and I follow them on Instagram, so they put it on their story every Sunday.
Well, we've
Similarly, also by the way, both Utah roots. He went to BYU and he dropped out.
we're hitting an hour and we're through our topic, so I think we can spend a couple of minutes on. I don't think I knew that you were a crumble cookie guy, and
We've
I
had this
did.
conversation on the show
Yeah,
before.
many times.
Yeah,
don't know how I feel about someone being a crumble cookie guy.
that's very Arizona of me. I'll say that. It's very much like being not unhealthily, having like a particular interest in some kind of fast food type of thing is very Arizona did that to me. But yeah, we've had this conversation on the show.
Yeah.
'Cause then
I
we-
did know this.
Yeah,
I
we
know
talked
that you're
we
a
talked
big
about
crumble
to
guy.
sales about
Oh,
crumble sponsorship type thing, because I am a crumble guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is a good feeling when someone brings in a big old box of crumble cookie.
Oh yeah, and then you get the custom slicer that they.
I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, they have a custom cookie cutter, and it's like a pink. It's got a flat top and then like 4 little tines, so it cuts it into 4 perfect sections.
How many straight up crumble cookies could you eat?
At
That's
once,
my
like,
issue with
2.
crumble.
They're very heavy. They're like
That's
dense.
the thing. Like if I get cookies, I'm having at least 2, regardless of size.
It is a
and that could
dessert.
put me down.
It is a
Yeah.
dessert. It is
I
not
will
like
say,
having cookies.
like I expected to be let down by crumble cookies the first
Those
time I
things
had
bang.
them. Like there was so much hype around it because there was one that went down the street from my house, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, this is gonna
Yeah.
change your life." I got them. I was like, "Yeah,
They
this
bang.
lives up to the hype."
And
They
they've
bang.
expanded into like other desserts. So sometimes they'll have like little personal cakes,
Pies, yeah.
and pies. So like they had cheesecake. They had tres leches cake one time. Shit banged. They did banana pudding at one point where you just get a cup of pudding. They have ice cream. It's
Crumble
awesome.
cookie to me is the Boston market of cookies. in that Boston Market, folks don't know or have never been, it's chicken that is injected with so much salt and chicken flavor that you're eating chicken that tastes so much like chicken, it freaks you out, and it's fucking delicious.
Boston Market, bang.
That's what crumble cookies are. Like a chocolate chip cookie from Crumble is like, I've had chocolate chip cookies before. I'm staring this chocolate chip cookie right in the face, and I feel like I'm getting fucking murdered by chocolate chip cookies.
It is very, I would say, Utah coded. Like, it is very Mormon church coded. It's closed on Sundays. Kind of got a swig vibe where you go in. Even though I guess we didn't go to a real brick and mortar swig, but it's like not a huge menu. You got 6 flavors. Choose one and get the fuck out. We don't have chairs here. You're here just to get your thing real quick. And
that is true. When I went into the Crumble, I felt very unwelcome.
No, you're not supposed to be. Get your cookie and get out.
The workers were very nice, but I felt like it was very cold, and I needed to get out of there.
You're not. They're there to make your cookies.
I was gonna say you're not supposed to speak to them, right?
You
they
go
have
to the board.
9 kiosks.
Yeah, and you enter your cookie flavor, and then they call your name. Yeah, I love Crumble though. It bangs. Shout out. I didn't think you were when you said we have time. I thought you were gonna get into the fact that the University of Texas Longhorns are not back.
Oh no, they're not back. They're not back. Lee Corso is not back. Rest in peace to Lee Corso. The 5.
We have to expose you. DJ's been a Lee Corso hater all morning.
Yeah, also, you're also not allowed to say rest in peace to like a very, very old person.
Yeah, those will be real sometimes.
There has to be an age cutoff on saying rest in peace, ironically.
True. It's the old posting a black and white picture of someone being like, this guy's best movie came out 5 years ago. And everyone's like, thanks for making me think he was dead. No, we were discussing before the show. The prattling on about Lee Corso, I thought, could have been better served by just having Lee Corso be Lee Corso and let us spend more time with Lee Corso than every college football pregame show crying about Lee Corso for the entire hour.
It's a bad take.
Just an all-time hater take.
And like, I love Lee Corso. I don't think as much Lee Corso as possible is the best way to service Lee Corso in 2025.
Definitely. That part is definitely true.
You can only have so much.
I think it speaks to Lee Corso, and how important Lee Corso is, that I had no problem with how much of a Lee Corso parade and love fest that Saturday was. There are very few people that I would tolerate that for in sports media. Lee Corso is absolutely one of them. He is like, if not like the most important college football media person ever, he's on a very, very, very short list. And he is so fun that like he absolutely deserved his day to be celebrated in exactly the way that's celebrated. I'll say
get strippers, then get somebody. I have to watch like 20 white guys who all look the same, sound the same, talk about how Lee Corso is great. I fucking know. I don't need it from you. Show Lee Corso highlights. Do anything else. The show being about Lee Corso, even shows that didn't have Lee Corso on it. That's the thing.
I thought that was the coolest part. Fox,
Get me ready for
Big Noon Saturday, just taking the ESPN feed as they honored Lee Corso at center field or center midfield was incredible. I thought it was such a cool move.
Yeah. Everything I watched that day sucked because then I had to watch Arch short arm every throw because after one drive, Matt Patricia had him so sped up. And discourse about Arch Manning was stupid and annoying. It was like 30 people saying, oh, looks like Arch sucks. And then 9 million people being like, everyone is saying Arch sucks. But here's the thing. It's his first start and blah, blah. I'm like, I don't want to hear any of you guys. I mean, all of you fuck off.
It's tough because Arch did suck on Saturday. He was terrible. He was god awful. And I said this, like, if you can only look at one play from Saturday, the third down throw that he had in the fourth quarter that was like 5 yards in front of him, and he wasn't even close to a wide open target to get a first down. He completely butchered that throw, and there's zero excuse. Like, the worst quarterback in college football should make that throw, and he fucked it up. He had a horrible day. I'm not worried.
Sped up. He was sped up. He was seeing ghosts. It happens. He was going up against an NFL defense. He was going up against a very good defensive coordinator, even if people don't want to talk about it.
I don't even know if I'm willing to give that much credit to Ohio State.
I do.
Their defense was great, but
first start.
Their defense was great, and that's a horrible matchup for your first start as Arch Manning and all the hype that he has right now. Absolute nightmare matchup. But he made a million unforced errors.
But I think
that's what defense does, though.
Yeah, he was just not comfortable.
If you're getting pressured a lot early, you get rid of the ball quickly. You short arm throws. You're just fucking doing anything to get rid of it. It's the seeing ghosts thing.
We've seen Arch before. We know he's physically talented. I think the things that you saw from Arch were not a product of him not being capable of making throws. It was, I think, more of a mental thing. I wasn't super focused on that game because my Syracuse Orange were playing Tennessee and also kind of got their shit kicked. But I'm very happy college football is back. Tommy Castellanos.
Yes.
Dog. I'm so happy for him.
Dog.
I'm so happy for him.
I mean, he
talks so much
shit. They don't have Nick Saban to save him anymore. He said weeks ago before this started, back that shit up. Bill O'Brien fumbled that bag at Boston College. But, him and Gus Malzahn, that offense is going to be a problem.
Is anybody worried about Texas?
Oh, I'm worried about Texas because
it sucks that they're not going to be number one.
I'm worried about Texas because they lost a game. It's out
of conference game.
It's
against Ohio State, who's probably going to be.
It's a 12-team playoff now, so it's not quite the same. But I'm still a little bit of a mindset where if you're not undefeated, anything is possible.
Right.
Plus, they still have to play a full SEC schedule.
Right, but if they win the SEC, they're totally fine.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't. Their season's not over.
All I know is I was yearning for Sam. I didn't think about Quinn Ewers once, other than when I kept thinking, welcome back, Quinn Ewers, when I was watching Arch Manning. But it shows how much Quinn was a disappointment that I was skipping right to Sam Ellinger.
Well, yeah, I would say if there's a thing that I worry about with Texas more than anything, it's Sark, because there's so many things that carry over from their issues last year. Just seemed like they were unprepared, undisciplined,
weird play calls.
He cannot run a red zone offense.
Yeah, it's insane.
I blamed Quinn Ewers for a lot of that last year because he didn't seem to have the arm strength that he needed in the red zone that he did in the first half of the year, and there was no red zone offense on Saturday either. So I'm worried about Sark.
Sad reality, I think, is that Texas might just be one of those programs. I think it doesn't.
Don't you dare.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's wrong. Something's wrong. They'll be good. They won't be great.
Sean, they lost to the eventual national champions last year.
They should have lost
in the semifinal.
They should have lost to the Arizona State Sun Devils.
They really played with fire there.
They should have. That was one of the most blatant mistargeting calls I've ever seen in my entire life.
Not good.
Who do the Bills have?
Sunday Night Football against Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
It's gonna be a good one.
Big week one. I'm a little worried about my Buffalo Bills.
Why? You signed Gabe Davis. You're fine. You have Joshua Palmer on the roster.
Who's Josh Allen? Who's his number one target?
Khalil Shakir.
It's Khalil Shakir or Keon Coleman.
They don't really have a number one target.
Yeah,
that's kind of the everybody eats has kind of become their whole thing.
It could be Josh Palmer.
It could be. No, it literally that's why I don't draft Bills receivers in fantasy football. I'll draft their quarterback, which I did twice in both my leagues. But
hell yeah,
it's gonna be interesting. I don't know. I just signed Trey White. He's hurt again. Christian Benford's hurt again. Our secondary is weak again.
I feel like the AFC is wide open.
I need the Patriots to play so my brain can stop going a little wild, and I'll be like, this is.
Are you worried about the Patriots?
I'm not worried about the Patriots. I'm just worried that gap could be a little closer than people want, and
it won't be.
Well, I mean,
I don't know, man.
The gap is definitely closing, but that's because the Patriots were the worst team ever last year.
But it's also I know they haven't won a Super Bowl, but by Bills standards, they've been really everything has gone right, minus the Kansas City Chiefs for 5-6 years now. Doesn't seem like that can go on forever. So there's definitely the traumatized.
No, I look at the Bills more as the team that seems like it's always a bridesmaid and someone's going to count them out, and then there's going to be a year where nothing's really happening for anyone, and it's oh yeah, they win.
Yeah, I'd like it. I would like to see it. But I don't know. I think once we start playing and we start winning games,
Chiefs are going to suck again and win the Super Bowl again.
It's so
That's
annoying
what's-
that I
Not again.
can't argue that.
No, what's that?
not again. I think the Chiefs might be dead.
In my fantasy football league, in our draft, we made a bet this weekend. Who do you think ends up with more touchdowns this year? Travis Kelce or Kyle Pitts?
I have both of them on my fantasy team, by the way. I figure if you got two bad tight ends, you might have one okay tight end. I think it's going to be Kyle Pitts. I'm at a point with Kyle Pitts where I'm like, everyone's counting you out, baby. Now's
I know
the
it's
time.
like
Now's the time.
yeah.
he's saying, like he just said with the
Year
Bills.
6,
It's like
brother, whatever it is.
it's like the year when everybody has decided to give up on you.
Not
Then
this guy.
Is that your year?
Not this guy.
Speaking of Chiefs tight end, I was at a wedding last week, and the maid of honor speech was wonderful. But towards the end of the speech, the maid of honor said, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that these two are in love and getting married the same time as Taylor Swift just got engaged. And I said loud enough to be punched by my wonderful date. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I
I
don't know
think
what
you
it's.
get to do that. That was a deserved punch, but like
A deserved response?
I think
Deserved
like
punch.
spiritually you were in the right, but
Yes.
like
Bad
you can't do
behavior.
that.
Wow. It was awesome.
I mean, I agree that
Spiritually.
it was awesome.
I'm in your
Not good
corner.
behavior.
I'm in your corner, but I would not.
I would have been silently in your corner.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, 100%. What if I told you that last year Kyle Pitts did have more touchdowns than Travis
Kelce wasn't good last year.
He had 3 touchdowns.
You want to
last
know
year.
who is down across the board is NFL tight ends.
Yes.
They all kind of suck, with the exception of Trey
Jake
McBride.
Ferguson.
Of Trey McBride. He's the future of the position. Dog.
Some people are saying that NFL tight ends started to decline the moment that Aaron Hernandez left the league.
Yeah, you were saying that,
Yeah, I was saying that.
Sean. Oh, no. I was
yeah.
letting you off the hook for once.
Yeah. No, I was
going to say
saying-
that Sean was.
I mean, he was a part of arguably the greatest tight end tandem of all time.
He could have been.
And now we don't have tight end tandems anymore. Who's going out there in a 12 set running two like all-star tight ends?
You act like the Patriots don't have Austin Hooper.
No, I do. I act like they have him.
You always are acting like they have Austin Hooper.
Which means I don't talk about it because
They
no one cares.
got-
Who else who's their other tight end?
The Chargers stud. Why can't I think of his name? Hunter Henry.
Oh, right. Yes. I will
Hunter
say
Henry is like
Ooh,
low key.
Brock Bowers is a dog.
Brock
too.
Bowers
That was Brock Bowers a rager.
Yeah.
And I'll say the Bills might have the best tight end tandem. And Dalton
Sam
Kincaid,
Laporta could be back, by the way.
we'll see. I don't.
Sorry,
The
to
Lions
Brock
are another
Bowers.
one.
Brock
I don't know
Bowers,
what to do with the
unbelievable.
Lions.
Do we feel bad
TJ
for Bill
Hawkinson also-
Belichick at all?
No, he did this to himself.
No, absolutely
Yeah,
not.
absolutely should have been. This was the most predictable outcome for all of this.
I don't. I feel bad that I don't feel bad. Like, I feel like he's clearly being taken advantage of, but I feel like he's made his decisions, and
I don't know.
I feel like we got to stop pretending that he is like a child.
And like being taken advantage of,
he's
yes,
being
Jordan's
taken
doing the Jordan thing, but was Jordan like, hey, Mike Lombardi, both of your sons. That's how we can make this happen.
And also, if we're talking about people taking advantage of other people, Bill Belichick is like a 90-year-old man dating a 20-some-year-old, which is like she's also a grown adult and can make
He's
her
too
own
old
decisions.
to.
But like, I don't think you get to play the "I'm getting taken advantage of" card when you are dating somebody who is clearly only into you for your money.
I feel bad because like I owe Bill Belichick so much for my Patriots fandom.
You own Tom Brady, a
and
lot.
I thought it was awesome that they got absolutely fucking destroyed. Like
It was the most
I just-
predictable outcome possible.
the humor behind that whole thing was just too good for me.
I wish I could have been with our dear friend Jim Murray for that game, because the best thing about because he's rooting for Belichick to fail. He probably, because he's on Twitter and everything, he probably saw that first drive and then saw all the people be like, Belichick is back. So like all those people are happy right now. They think something good is happening to them. And then you get to see, what was it? How many drives without completing a pass?
It was measured in time.
Yeah,
Just
an
like
hour
historic-
and a half of real time.
Non-production.
Also, while we were talking about Aaron Hernandez, did you see what the non-city specific athletics baseball program did?
No.
They tweeted out pictures. They had like players wore football jerseys coming in.
Yeah.
To football.
Somebody wore an Aaron Hernandez jersey?
Someone wore an 81 Patriots jersey.
Okay.
And everyone in the comments was like, "Hey brother, what's up with that?" And so they had to quote tweet it. They had to zoom in on the jersey. There's a little tag on the bottom right that says Randy Moss 2001 or 2007. But they did have to clarify that, hey, one of our players is not wearing the jersey of a. How many murders did he commit? 3, allegedly. Well, 1 confirmed, 3 allegedly. Right? Did he ever get convicted of the 2 old ones?
There was the double
murder,
car,
yeah.
and then there was Odin Lloyd.
He got convicted of all of those, so he is confirmed triple murderer.
No, actually,
they got one of them
vacated.
got reversed.
That is true.
because he was
yeah.
appealed. He died
Yes.
while it was being appealed, so it was vacated.
Yes.
I believe as a result of that, like maybe loved ones get access to his money. I don't know if I still own it, but I did have a number 81 Patriots jersey. Pete's going to be able to guess who it was. It was not Randy Moss. It was not Aaron Hernandez. That was Pete's. Whose 81 Patriots jersey did I have?
Bethel Johnson.
Bethel Johnson is correct.
I knew it.
Just
That's hilarious.
a motherfucker who did not know how to play football.
He was fast as
But
fuck. though.
was he fast.
Shout out Bills and Texas legend Marquise Goodwin.
Oh, okay.
Did not know how to play football, but boy was he fast. He was an Olympian.
Speaking of guys who didn't know how to play football, happy trails to the great Jabril Peppers, who was released by the Patriots this week. You a Jabril Peppers guy?
Just he needs to be a Buffalo Bill.
Oh, he became a good safety in the NFL.
Yeah.
And he was, I love when teams draft the guy who doesn't have a position.
We'll figure
No
that
one
shit out.
knows. We'll figure that out. But it's always it's like the Browns drafted him. The Browns were like, you know what?
What do we
If
have
anybody
to
can
lose?
figure it out,
We'll
it's
figure
us.
it out. We'll figure it out. The Jaguars did it with Matt
Tebow?
Jones, the
Oh, yeah,
quarterback,
that's right.
who
But Matt
like,
Jones
I'm
was
gonna play-
actually a pretty good wide receiver for like a year.
I think he
wasn't
was for a year, and then maybe I think he was. I could be wrong, but I think there was maybe some booger sugar stuff.
Oh,
I don't know.
and who amongst us?
We need more cocaine stories so we can talk about booger sugar. How about that?
Sure.
Let's see. I'm doing a quick Matt Jones.
Do Control F.
Substance abuse related arrests.
for booger sugar.
Yes.
Replace the word cocaine with
saying
booger sugar.
multiple arrests.
Oh.
Oh, and he violated the substance abuse policy of the league. So yes. Yeah. I
Booger
think-
sugar allegations.
Yes, I believe
Allegedly.
so. No Josh Gordon.
That makes me sad. Man.
Josh Gordon makes me so sad.
That's
he was
a-
so good.
That is all time. Like people really don't understand what's going on here. Like the public didn't understand what was going on with Josh Gordon.
Guy just liked weed.
It was
Was
a
that,
little
no,
more
I think
complicated
he was
than
just
that.
like a really
Alcohol.
bad alcoholic.
Alcohol.
But he
and
had like a
weed.
lot of like he had a lot of like really serious family issues that he was struggling with. So people were just like, oh, he can't, motherfucker won't stop smoking weed. It's like, no, he was like, his life was very difficult, and he kept on like relapsing back into his vices. It was pretty sad, and people.
I mean,
just got
I
mad
remember
about
him talking about like his college days, and like he was like, I think he was selling like a ton of drugs in college, and he said that like he just needed to help his family.
Yeah, like I just know, I don't know all the details. I just know that he had a lot going on in his personal life that were not good, and people just thought he was like a bum who wouldn't stop smoking weed, but it was a lot.
We'll
More
wrap up in a
complicated than
second, I swear. But have we heard from Justin Blackman in
It's a name
Ever?
I haven't thought of in a while.
he like actually disappeared, I believe.
I don't think like literally, right?
Oh
But-
no, on April 19, 2025, Blackman was arrested for public intoxication after being found passed out on the steps of the Edmund Lau Library. He was determined to be heavily intoxicated, but also unable to answer police questions before being arrested.
Not great.
Yeah, man. Sad.
He was an absolute monster at Oklahoma State.
Yeah. Everybody take care of yourself. I'm seeing more and more folks, not putting any pressure, but I'm seeing more folks tweet and post and do stuff saying that they're quitting drinking. And folks, you want to jump on the sober train. It ain't a bad place to be if it works for you. Not drinking, fashionable. Get in on it. I did have wine in Italy, though. Shit rocked.
I've been drinking a lot recently, and I look forward to that changing in the coming weeks as we really lock it in. But I celebrated the end of summer pretty hard. So I saw Oasis.
Oh, yeah. How was it?
It was incredible. It was
nice.
So fucking good.
I saw Draws
somehow lived up to the hype, which I feel like that was the most hyped concert since like Coldplay 3 weeks ago.
That is another one, or not another one. Similar to like the, I guess the Grateful Dead conversation we've had in the past. Don't understand it. Don't.
Oasis?
Grateful Dead, obviously I knew about. They're big, but like, couldn't name you an Oasis song. I probably could, but I don't know them
right?
as Oasis. Like, maybe. But
Oasis is a very good 90s band that was much bigger across the pond than it was here. And they are great. Like, they really are great. They are not all time for me, but for people of my age
that's what I was
and
a
few years older,
they seem
that is like their Beatles.
Yeah. Like just in 2025, middle-aged white dudes are just like,
so
that's God right there.
For me, I feel like I'm like a tier below a lot of people who were doing the Oasis thing this summer. But like I think Oasis has a few of like my favorite songs ever and like the best songs ever. Like they have Wonderwall.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Champagne Supernova and Don't Look Back in Anger. Like those big three, and that's what they closed out the show with. Like all of those songs are like S tier songs. And then the rest of it, I feel like they have a bunch of A-level songs. And then like the rest of it I can kind of leave. But there was over an hour of great songs for me. And like I'm a level below some of these people. And then on top of that, like the lore of Oasis is incredible. And the Gallaghers are fucking insane.
I'm going to send you a documentary to watch. That
Liam Gallagher
I'll tell you
is
right
like
now. I
the
probably won't
best.
watch it. I appreciate the thought. But
Liam Gallagher is an electric frontman.
I'm not going to sit down and watch a documentary on a band I don't give a shit about.
Wait, you said that Liam Gallagher is an electric frontman?
Yeah.
I wasn't there. He just stands with his hands behind his back.
I know, but he's such a fucking dickhead.
Oh,
like not in terms of
like, but at the show,
not in terms of like
anything?
no, not really. Like
Oh,
he's
you're
just
saying like
he's an electric
he's
person
an electric
who is a frontman.
personality,
right?
Like,
So it's these two brothers who are CUNTY extremely throughout the 90s.
Do they have a Twitter presence?
They did.
Liam Gallagher's on Twitter, and he's
I feel like
crazy.
I've seen his tweets on. Yeah, I just didn't realize that's who it was.
And like people will tweet at them. He took the mantle from David Crosby. People will tweet like, "Hey, which one is it? Is it Liam or Noel that's on there?"
Liam.
On what?
On
Liam,
Twitter.
On Twitter.
Liam.
People will be like, "Liam, what do you think of the Rolling Stones?" And he'll just be like, "Shite." They'd be like, oh, "Okay, cool. Have you heard Benson Boone? Gay." Like, I don't know if he's homophobic, but he's just like, everything sucks. Everyone. One of them told a story. He said that he was at like a concert or something, and a guy came up to him and was like, "Dude, I'm such a fan. You influenced my music. Like, I'm a musician too. You're the best." And he was like, "Oh, what's the name of your band?" And he said, Maroon 5. And he was like, "How the fuck did I influence you? God fucking damn it. I don't want to influence that. Man, you guys fucking suck." And he said later in the night they were at a party, and he comes out of the bathroom, and that guy's standing there. And he was like, "You're still fucking here, man?" And the guy said, "This is my house." And he was at like the Maroon 5 bass player's house and just shitting all over him.
I'm looking at his Twitter right now, and I just went through his replies, and his replies are all him responding to people responding to a tweet that he had felt the need to delete, apparently. And
Sounds right.
It's just like,
He's just so committed to being an asshole. I have no choice but to respect it.
someone said, Liam, you can't say that. And he said, why? And someone else responded, because it's racist. And Liam responded, behave.
He responded like, but I heard it in a song.
I love saying like someone saying that something is racist in your response being behave. Like not, no, it's not, or who cares? Just like,
John, you're going to watch this fucking documentary because I'll tell you why. Like I said, they behave that way, but it's just two brothers being assholes, fighting
people
on trains and like caring about Premier League football.
Wait,
it's just
what?
I mean,
yes, like that. That's what the band is.
So he is like
and fighting each other.
Somebody in the chat said he is just British. Like he is the most British person of all time. All he cares about is football and just being a dick. And that's it.
Jonathan Neumann says, if you combine John Lennon, Paul McCartney, and Jesus in one person, that's who Liam Gallagher thinks he is in his own mind. And I'll say about like their
that's
songs,
not true because like I think Jesus would consider himself like a nice guy. I don't think that like Liam Gallagher has any interest in being a nice guy.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But and their songs also are like very, very simple. Like they should not get off thinking that they're much better than anyone else. Like the audience should say, we love you, we think you're the best. But as musicians, they should not be. The whole thing is very, very captivating. I strongly recommend. And you'll like some of their songs. Don't Look Back in Anger is a classic. Don't Go Away, great song. Any song by them that starts with the word don't, check it out. Also, Don't by Ed Sheeran.
I had like a very active anti-Wonderwall campaign during college.
Oh, yeah, you were the guy that was sick of he was the guy that was sick of Wonderwall.
I mean, Wonderwall is like, it obviously has become like a beast of its own, a thing of its own. It's still like one of the best.
Wonderwall,
yeah, it's awesome.
And this might not click for any. Wonderwall and Mr. Brightside are the same song to me. They fill the same space. They're played in the same circumstances.
Still, both of them are unbelievable.
Yeah, I was going to say, both bangers.
Both unbelievable songs.
What do you got to say about Mr. Brightside, Sean?
Sean's like...
Mr. Brightside,
I've had... like Sean wants to be a little racist.
A little bit, but I'm not going to be. Mr. Brightside I've come back around on a lot more because it's become a Bill song.
Fucking Sean.
But otherwise, yeah, I don't... It's got its audience, and I don't look like that audience. I'll leave it at that.
So people with hair.
Yes. Although, I don't know. I don't feel like hair is necessarily a defining characteristic of middle-aged white men.
There's a lot of, yeah.
I mean, these particular middle-aged white men, I guess, have very good hair, but...
Thank you.
I don't know if I want to be called middle-aged.
Well, I'm lumping you in because you were the one that went to Oasis. But
I'll say you are middle-aged in that if...
I would say if 30 to 60 is middle-aged.
If you were to pass away at double your age... I don't think people will be like, "What happened?"
Well, no, I think I think when you hit 30,
sad.
you enter middle aged. Like the first 30 years of your life, you're.
I would say 35.
I would. Well, I'm just thinking like if your life expectancy around 90, first 30 years, you break it up into 30-year segments. So 30 to 60 would be middle age.
Oh, Kirk Avery says, "Do you know what I mean?" They say that at the end of every sentence. And if I ever say, "Do you know what I mean?" I'm referencing them. In it, yeah.
And
I like Richard's theory. Sean's just jealous that Liam is stealing his title for number one hater.
Yeah.
Not number one hater on Twitter is and forever will be Kevin Durant.
Oh, like no, but like Liam transcends being a hater. And like on Twitter, his existence is he's a hater.
And the cool thing about Liam is he's not the talented one. Noel is.
Well, they're both the talented.
So he's right. No, but I'm saying like relatively, like Noel writes the songs. Noel sings their biggest song.
He is the boss.
Yeah.
How would you put him in the like? How would you compare him to Matty Healy? Like
Matty Healy wants to be Liam Gallagher so bad.
So so he is creeping into. Would you say he's creeping into like this guy might just be a bad person territory?
Who?
I guess.
No,
Gallagher.
I think that Matty Healy is probably like a good-ish person who really wants to be.
I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm saying they are approaching that territory, maybe.
I feel like there's a good chance that like you could sit down and have a normal, fun conversation with Matty Healy and come away being like, I kind of like that guy.
Matty Healy is provocative.
I would say 0% chance that you could sit down and have a conversation with Liam Gallagher and come away with any other takeaway than being like, that guy's a fucking piece of work. Holy shit.
Okay.
Yeah. Matty Healy is provocative, which can be annoying. But Liam, I think, is trying to be an asshole. So that's the difference there. And just look up what those two have said about each other, and you'll be entertained. Matty Healy has a famous rant about the Gallagher brothers.
And he was right. He said, he was basically like, these guys were like the best band in the world, and instead they choose to fucking spend 16 years just like yelling at each other and playing
because
with
you're in a
shitty
mod
bands.
with your brother.
Matty Healy strikes me as being smarter than the average person, and he definitely knows it.
Oh, he's too smart for his own good.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
and then he pretends that he's smarter than he is, even though
Matty Healy, unfortunately, has said some of the wiser commentaries.
Yeah, I've seen
of our time.
Yeah, I've seen him talk about things, and he's
very sad.
Very
like, I
thoughtful
mean,
about
just his thing on stage being like, I know that everyone's waiting for me to weigh in on the war because that is why you come to this concert, to hear what this person, this fucking idiot, thinks about a
and
war.
Song starts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing something about him recently talking about how he refuses to do meet and greets because he thinks it's like
Yeah. He says that if you're going to do
up.
meet and greets, make it cash only,
Yes.
and make the people hand you the cash.
Yes.
So you
Direct.
take a
realize,
picture
like, you
with
know
you.
what you're doing, basically.
Don't hide behind
Yeah.
Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
like-
just own how shameless it is and like greedy it is.
I agree to a certain extent, but
Yeah.
All right, now, Sean, you have to do everything post-show because Pete and I are going to watch videos of Matty Healy talking, which is what happens every time Matty Healy is brought up because that's a fascinating boy. Thank you, everybody, for watching this, for listening to it. Make sure you're subscribed everywhere. We had a meeting yesterday about what we're going to be doing for the regular season. It's going to be so fun, and everything leading up to it is going to be amazing. But we all agreed we feel pretty good about these summer episodes.
Yeah.
Which has just been dicking around for 90 minutes and talking about hockey when we need to. And the chat has been very great, and everybody has been very cool to us.
Summer is not officially over, but spiritually over in my mind.
Pete is the ombudsman of seasons.
Spiritual seasons.
I think
Summer's over.
I agree. I've softened my stance on the spiritual season thing because I like went out of my house on Saturday after watching some college football during the day. I was like, this is a fall day.
There's a crisp. There is a crisp.
There's a crisp in the air. Football's on TV. It matters. If summer's over. Hockey, we're talking about hockey. We're ramping up the show. Summer is over.
That was definitely hockey we talked about. You are right. We are talking.
We talked a good amount of hockey.
We did.
How did your summer list come along? Your summer
I forgot
to-do list.
about what was even on my list.
Sounds like it didn't come along very good then.
Did you read? Because I remember that being one of yours.
I did. So my goal was to read books. I didn't read a single book, but I read over 400 pages of one book. And I feel like that's got to count towards reading a book. I'm going to finish this book. I'm very into it. I'm reading Lonesome Dove right now. It is very, very good, but it is also extremely long, and it's been over 400 pages this summer. I feel like that should count.
Yeah, I'll
Can we
give it
get
to
a
you.
ruling?
I would say that you've read.
I need to.
You said I want to read. I read.
Yeah, I can't remember for the life of me what would have been on my list. Hate.
I have
never
not
gave
read a
that
book
up.
to completion.
Never gave that up. I know that was on my list. I did play. I think maybe playing Red Dead Redemption was on my list. I did play RDR2. Saw a bunch of movies. That was another thing on my list. Saw Jaws on Thursday
Love
in
that.
IMAX. Kind of
Hell yeah.
rocked.
I mean, mine was Blade, Travel, Hit the Cages. I think the only thing I didn't do was hit the cages.
You said hit the cages every day.
yeah,
Every day.
yeah.
And you didn't
That
hit
was
the
the only
cages
thing I did. The only
once.
thing I didn't do was hit the cages every day. So, I don't know. There's always next summer. Something to look forward to. All right, something to look forward to is another episode next week, but we're always around. You know where to find us. We will talk to you later. Bye-bye.
We all silly like the mayor.